Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Today on CityCast Houston, Happy New Year's, everyone. We are in 2025. So today, we're going to talk about the new things you can do in Houston this month, from new foods to try to community events that will give you a new appreciation for the city. And if you're new here or have been listening for a while, I love fitness. So we are definitely going to talk about new ways to get outside and get healthy. Joining me are Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis and executive producer Laura Isensee for our guide to January in H-Town. And to all of our new listeners, welcome to CityCast Houston. We do a guide every month and daily episodes as well. So please hit subscribe to get news, happenings, and moments of joy all year long. It's Thursday, January 2nd. I'm Rahil Ramzanli, and here's what Houston's talking about. It is 2025, and I am so excited for this year. But first, we have to lay out what we're excited for this month in January. And joining me is Brooke Lewis. Hey, Brooke, what's up?
Hey, doing well. Can't believe we're in the new year, but excited for what it's going to bring.
Same here. I'm so excited for this year. And Laura Isensee is here. Good morning. How are you? And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Excited to be here. This is going to be a big year for CityCast Houston, and welcome to all the new listeners. We want you to spend a lot of time with us this year.
Yeah, and please hit subscribe if you haven't, wherever you're listening to your podcast, and share this episode with your friends. Now, we're going to go personal first, okay? Because I love New Year's resolutions. And Laura, I'm putting you on the spot. Share one of your personal resolutions for the year.
I'm going to make it really simple. Go to bed earlier.
Okay.
I am a little bit of a night owl, and it's not working, and I want to go to bed earlier, get that good sleep, and just feel really recharged throughout the entire year. So
What's earlier?
like 10:30.
Okay, that's fair. That's good right there. I like
Yeah.
that. That's a good, healthy goal to have. How about you, Brooke?
Yeah, so I usually tie a word with my new year, and the word I have for 2025 is receive. This last year it was soar, so I don't quite know what that means yet, but that is the word I'm going with for 2025.
Receive. All right.
Yeah.
So you're going to be getting a lot of things, whether it be emotional attention, love, gifts.
Opportunity.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's a good one. It's going to benefit you.
Who knows? Yeah.
Mine is one that I think I pick every year, and it's I want to stop using my phone, especially at night. Then I can finally go to sleep at a respectable time because, yeah, I'm like pushing midnight. So I want to
Ooh.
push that back a little bit. So those
Yeah.
are our personal resolutions. Speaking of resolutions, I think most everyone I know has some kind of health related one. So you can't start the new year without talking about something health focused. And while we will get some cold days this month, we can still do a lot of things outside. So let's start with our first recommendation. Give me a good outdoor health related activity we can do this month. Laura, you go first.
Okay, so mine is a little bit outside, a little bit inside. I think it's definitely mind body, a mind body boost for your well being. And that is the Rothko Chapel at the Menil, right in the heart of Montrose. It just reopened at the end of 2024. So my top recommendation is to go to the Menil. There's outdoor space at the Rothko Chapel. They have a reflection pool. You can walk around the block, enjoy being outside, the beautiful trees, and then you can go inside the Rothko Chapel and just have this meditative art experience. And the wonderful thing about the Rothko Chapel, if you haven't been there, has these massive abstract paintings by the painter Mark Rothko. It's really a gem in Houston. Unfortunately, the reason it was closed was because of Hurricane Beryl. The chapel got damaged, some walls and the ceiling, and unfortunately, some of the paintings got water damage. So it's just so wonderful that it's now open again. And I don't know, have y'all ever been there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely been there. I like to walk around the Manil and sometimes go inside. So very excited to just be able to go in again.
I love going inside the chapel and just sitting there. And they also have staff that's always there and they'll maintain a quiet area, which I love. And I know it's hard sometimes when you bring kids in and they're kind of antsy. So it happens. I like going on my own and just
Mhm.
sitting there for about 30 minutes and finding that meditative space because it is so peaceful in there.
It's so peaceful. And, one thing I love is at the entryway, they have a lot of different books of different faiths, like a Bible, Quran. They have books on, Buddhist teachings. So you can pick one up, either of your own faith or explore something else and sit there and read or journal, or again, just sort of sit there in the wonder and beauty. So you can still walk outside, enjoy nature, be in community, but then also
Mhm.
have that well-being, that mental boost.
Brooke, you've talked about this before where you'll just walk around the Manil campus, right? And just
Yes.
enjoy those tree lined sidewalks and sit in the picnic area that is available. And you can sit with art as well on the campus. It is an outdoor activity, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's definitely a good, like she said, mind body boost if you're looking to just kind of get a mood uplift. Maybe you're having the January blahs and you just need something to do. I love taking a walk around there and then going into the chapel.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of walking, I have a new group for those who want to get fit and make new friends in the new year. They should try out City Girls Who Walk Houston. They meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. at the Wortham Fountain. It's shaped like a dandelion right inside Buffalo Bayou Park. Kind of can't miss it. I think you probably walked by it before if you've been at Buffalo Bayou. And this group is great because they meet whether it's freezing cold or it's really hot. As you know, Texas weather, it can be either one
Hmm.
in January. They walk for about an hour and everyone walks at their own pace. So if you're kind of getting back into the groove with working out or exercising, don't feel intimidated. This is just a great group if you're trying to just explore your health resolutions for 2025. And also if you're a woman looking to make new friends, they also have hangouts outside of walking. So for example, they're having a brunch together at the Breakfast Club on Saturday, January 4th at 10 a.m. We're big fans of the
Yeah.
Breakfast Club at CityCast Houston.
Yeah.
And so I can't think of a better way to make new friends, have some breakfast club, and also go for a walk. So just follow their Instagram page, which we will have in our show notes for updates on, where they're meeting, their different hangouts they have throughout the year.
I love a good walking group versus a run club, right? Because when you're running, it is hard to talk and meet with people. Like you really, and people are going at so many different paces that you really can't meet people. So this is also great for breaking that comfort zone. If that is one of your resolutions, you can go meet new people. You're forced to talk to them because at walk groups, at least what I've noticed is there's less headphone wearing. Run groups,
Yes.
people are locked in. They've got their headphones on. They're not as open to socializing until after the run. So this is really cool. I'm going to get to my recommendation. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you're probably like, okay, Raheel, you're probably going to say, go play some pickleball. And while I do encourage everyone to go play some pickleball, there are a lot of free courts out there. I will not recommend something pickleball related. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what?
What?
No pickleball? I had this on my bingo card. Like, what are you talking
I
about?
know. My wife the other day said, when are they going to outlaw pickleball? Because literally, as soon as the kids go to sleep, I go play pickleball because I don't want to just sit around. But again, I'm not picking pickleball. I will pick something that kind of parlays what Brooke just talked about, and that is hiking. And
Okay.
I get it. There's not many outdoor hikes in the city of Houston. Okay. But if you drive maybe 45 minutes to an hour, you can actually find some fun hikes. and go be in nature, go see animals as well. I've recommended this place before, which is Brazos Bend State Park. It is so much fun. There's several different hikes you can do. There's a chance you'll see alligators. And
Mhm.
also, a new one that I want to recommend is Sam Houston National Forest for some really fun and easy hikes and walks. And you're shaded for the most part because the trees are huge over there. So, those are just two, but I love taking a hike right now.
Yeah, I am so glad that you're recommending this because it's on my bucket list for 2025 just to get out in nature and, the hiking, the walking. And it's been a minute since I've been to the Sam Houston National Forest. It is a little bit of a drive, but it is totally worth it because when you get there, it really feels different. I mean,
It
you
does.
are in a forest and the landscape does not feel like Houston. You're getting more those like really big trees, more of like a hilly experience. Like not like super big hills because it's still
But it's
Texas.
enough to challenge your calves.
Yeah, like the landscape just feels different. And there's just something about being in nature that is just refills your cup, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like it's been a while since I've been at Sam Houston National Forest, but when I go there, I really feel like this is so far away from Houston. Like I kind of went on a mini road trip, feels like an oasis. And you're kind of inspiring me, Raheel, to go on a hike. I'm not a hike girl, but I actually do like to spend time in nature. And I feel like it does refill me. So you might have convinced
Oh,
me to
there,
take
that's
a
what I'm here
little trip.
for. Brooke, and last year you promised you were going to come to Brazos Bend State Park. Did you go?
No, so we got to
Oh,
maybe
Brooke,
we.
come
Yeah, I
on.
know.
I
I know
went.
you went, Laura.
I know. That's what well, I'm saying. I think this is going to be a part of the resolution because I do like to spend time in nature, but I get lazy, guys. I just
Yeah.
drive like to the close parks around me. So I think spending a weekend away, it would be great. So it might happen.
I love it. Another thing that really refills my cup and just makes me appreciate life more and the city that we live in, the communities that we're a part of, are community related events. And one of our goals this year on CityCast Houston is to be more involved with more community events. So let's start the year off with a good community related event slash volunteer opportunity slash gathering that you're really excited about in January. Why don't you start this one off, Brooke?
Yeah, so I have a recommendation. I've been hearing about this garden for a while. It actually started when I did a story on Third Ward a couple years ago. But there's a place called Alabama Gardens in Third Ward. And this garden is actually one of the oldest member community gardens in Houston. It's been around since 1985. And if you have a green thumb and you're looking to help upkeep a garden, I recommend just being in community with this amazing garden organization. So to become a part of the community, you can schedule a visit, go look at the land and pick your own plot of land. And the dues are only $5 a month. And they have where they gather every first Saturday of the month. Members come together and they work on the garden as a whole. But of course, you can come and work on the garden individually, but that adds to the community aspect
Wow.
that first Saturday of the month. But it's so cool. This has been going on in Houston for decades, and they've been able to upkeep this garden. I think it's something really special.
That is so nice. So for $5, you get access to this community garden and then you upkeep your own plot while learning from others. And if you're like me, you don't have a green thumb and you want to learn from others. So that is really cool. And you're part of the community. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like you're learning something new, or maybe even progressing in your skill if you have a green
Hmm.
thumb, and then you're also meeting new people who share similar interests. So can't think of a better way to just get out and about in the community.
Check so many boxes.
Yeah. Now, do y'all have a green thumb?
No, no, I don't. Like, I have these ferns that I've like so far successfully kept alive, but gardening is something that I would really love to get more into because,
Yeah,
again, like I want to get off my phone, I want to be outside, and I don't know, maybe I need to go sign up with this group.
you do. How about you,
Yeah.
Brooke?
I also don't have a green thumb. Like I really want one though, you guys. So like maybe I need to be a part of this group. It's funny because both my parents love gardening and I don't have that same desire.
Yeah.
Like I just want to have it perfectly done for me and then okay, I can look and admire
That's what I do, Brooke. And I go to my aunt's house. Her name is Rosie, and I call her Rosie Chachi. Chachi means aunt in Urdu. So I go to her place, and she gardens all the time. Now I literally walk around and pick what I want, and then I leave.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
and she's always like, "Why don't you just do it at your own house?" I'm like, "No, you have the green thumb, so I'm just gonna come over there, Rosie Chachi. That's why." So I definitely feel y'all's pain. Laura, what's your recommendation?
So I have a recommendation that I feel like pulls a lot of these threads together. And of course, January is the month when we honor Martin Luther King Jr. And so here, the YMCA of Greater Houston, they have this call out for a day of service on MLK Day. I personally love the Y. It's kind of like a third space for my family. We spend a lot of time there, and they have so many great locations throughout the greater Houston area. So they are asking for volunteers on MLK Day, and you can sign up to volunteer at different YMCAs throughout Houston. And so you can pick one either by location, maybe you're in the Woodlands, or maybe you're in Southwest Houston, you want to volunteer at the Weekly Y, or you can look through the projects that they have listed, and we'll put that in our show notes. For example, at A-Leaf, they need 100 volunteers to organize a warehouse and prepare packages. Or out in Cypress, they're asking for volunteers to help upgrade the playground and the soccer fields. And so I really love this because you are serving these communities. Again, you're
Yeah.
coming together in community. And it's just, to me, a really wonderful way to honor the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. to find solutions in everyday life. So that's my recommendation, and you can look through the options in our show notes.
I always think back when I was growing up, I would be at the Y almost every single day in Sugarland. And like thinking about those people who volunteer, the coaches, the people who are putting the programs on, like they were such an important part of my life. And I didn't even know it, right? Like they're just doing
Mhm.
behind the scenes work. So this is a great way to get involved and really instill that sense of community, not only within yourself, but also the other members of the community. Because when you all come together, you see it, you find inspiration from others.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden. It's my favorite part of the holidays, Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. Join now because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving millions in player rewards.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code TACKLE and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code TACKLE on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
All right, I'm going to get to my recommendation, and I'm so excited about this one. It's called Interfaith Voices for Peace, and this is going to be on January 16th at Ecclesia Houston Downtown Campus. Now, this event is free, and it's going to feature readings, songs, poems. There's going to be representatives from various faith traditions, all coming together to reflect on hope and fostering peace while seeking healing and unity for people who are affected by violence, not only here locally, but also across the globe. And this is a really important one for me because I know we all see all sorts of violence on our day-to-day basis, right? Whether it be in our local communities, whether it be with the wars that are going on around the world. And like, how do you deal with it, right? It is hard sometimes. So coming together as a community, reflecting on it, learning about it, figuring out how to heal from it is something that I'm really excited about. And I can't wait. And this is open to everyone, by the way, all backgrounds, religions. And even if you have no religious affiliations or religious background, it's all good. This is a community event. And I just can't wait to like be there amongst others and learn from different perspectives on how they're dealing with this.
What a great event to start the year off. And just like there is so much going on in the world and it can feel very overwhelming. So just to have a space where everybody can come together and feel peaceful, that sounds like a great event.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things about Ecclesia, and they also have that coffee shop inside their space, and they have other programs and events. And yeah, I mean, Brooke, you said earlier that your word for the year is receive, and it seems like another great word for the year could be reflection. So thank you so much for sharing that, Raheel.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. And I've included the RSVP link in our show notes. So please do that so they just get a good head count. And then, so they have enough chairs for everybody because this is going to be a popular event. All right, y'all. We can't do a monthly guide without talking about what?
Food.
Yes,
Yes.
we have to talk about food. We are one of the best cities in the nation, if not the world, when it comes to food. But we're going to put a little twist on it, okay? It's a new year. So I want to get recommendations on new foods that you want to try, or a food or a restaurant. So let's start with you, Laura. What do you got?
Okay, I'm really excited about this one because there's a restaurant I've been wanting to try for literally months ever since I learned about it right here on CityCast Houston. This was way back last summer, and the Houston Chronicles restaurant writer Bao Ong, he told us about this new restaurant called Basso in the Heights. And two cool things about Basso is that they have Basque cuisine. So that's a region in Spain, or a lot of people in Basque country would say we're not part of Spain. But, it's a very distinct region. I've never had Basque food, so I don't even know how to describe it. But the menu looks like it's perfect for winter because one of the cool
Mm,
things about this restaurant is that they have an open fire.
Mm.
And fire is kind of central ingredient in so many of their items. They have a lot of fire roasted meats, grilled oysters, even this like cabbage dish. They sear the cabbage first. And so I was like, I learned about this over the summer. I can't go there with fire in the heat. So hopefully we'll get some cold days and I'll finally be able to check it out because it just seems like a perfect winter
yeah,
experience.
that sounds really good. Yeah, I can't wait for your review on this one.
Oh, yeah. And one more thing about this restaurant that I read from the now former food writer and CityCast Houston award winner, Allison Cook, is that she said it's great for dining solo. You can go to the bar, which she did and enjoyed it. But all of their menu items, whether you're getting a small plate or you're getting one of their big plates with like a lot of meat, it's great to go out with friends. And so if you're
Mm.
looking for a fun restaurant experience, try something new, get together with the girlfriends, with, a double date, I would put it high on the list.
Oh, that sounds great. And yeah, anything that's shareable, you can order multiple things. I'm with it. I can't wait for the review. And hopefully, I'll get a chance to check it out as well.
That sounds delicious. And I also have another tasty option that I've been wanting to try. And it actually started because of something I wrote in the Hey Houston newsletter. Every month, I write a roundup of the best new restaurants. In December, I included Poke Poke Po in Midtown. So, this new Midtown restaurant offers up a bold take on fried chicken. So, it's made with some unique seasonings and ingredients, including gluten free flour, starch, batter, and Indian Kashmiri red chili powder seasoning, which sounds really good, you guys. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just getting hungry thinking about this. But they also had these. I remember seeing this too. That they had these loaded chick fries that are layered with the signature sauce and desi kimchi, which sounds also really good. To bring it all together, the team behind Amrina, a fine dining Indian restaurant in the Woodlands, is actually behind this restaurant. And so I imagine that this is going to be a really popular spot in Houston in 2025. So get in there now before it blows up. And you might see me there because I really want to check this place out.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you brought this up because this is on my list as well of a place I want to try. So, if you like Nashville hot chicken, right, or any of those chicken tender places, this is that elevated, right, with the spices that you just mentioned. Supposedly the chicken is even more crispy than all the other places.
Wow.
I have seen so many great reviews and so many Instagram reels about this place. I can't wait to try it either. So I might just steal your recommendation and make that mine as well because that sounds delicious.
Yeah. And Brooke, you had me at gluten-free flour. I'm
Yeah.
generally gluten-free, looking for those gluten-free friendly options. And I love fried chicken. And it is so hard to find a really great gluten-free fried chicken. So thank you. You just made my January. Thank you so much.
Yes, maybe this needs to be our first CityCast Houston hangout. Like, I think this may be the
Yeah.
spot. I don't know.
Yeah.
And here's one more layer for those of you who want to eat halal food. This is a place where their chicken strips and sandwiches are halal certified. So
Oh,
it
nice.
opens it up for a lot more people as well. Okay, I really want to try Bengali food this year. And the reason I want to do it is because I want to learn about the influences that Bangladesh has had on South Asian cuisine, especially when it comes to desserts, because that's what a lot of my friends tell me, like, you got to try their take on mithai, which is the sweet pastries and snacks that we've heard about, whether it be on that episode when we did on Hillcroft, where we learned about Raja's sweets. But I am so excited to try this place called All Bengal Sweets and Snacks. Now, I will go there for the desserts because I am a fiend for sweets, but they also have snacks like halim, which is a slow cooked lentil stew, and you put fried onions on there, ginger. You can eat it with naan if you want, or you just go straight up and eat it. They also have a lot of curries and samosas as well, which is a deep fried pastry with savory fillings. There's also a lot of seafood because, Bangladesh is a country that has a long coast and there's a lot of seafood inspired dishes. So I'm excited to try some Bengali food and kind of just learn about how it's impacting my South Asian cuisine that I love so much.
Yeah. Where did you say this spot is? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, this is on the west side of town, right there on Highway 6. And if you're going up and down Highway 6 on the west side, like going from I-10 coming in towards 59, it's a long stretch, but there are so many different types of restaurants and cuisines and cultures represented on Highway 6, especially on that west side. It is one of my favorite places.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell us after you check it out. I'm really curious. I mean, I love South Asian food. I love all those spices and curries, lentils, and it sounds really nice and cozy for January when it
Yeah.
might be a little cold.
I love some halim, and if y'all have never had it, it is the ultimate winter food. It is so
Ooh.
hearty, and you'll be knocked out. Okay, like it
Okay.
is that good. You're like, I just need a nap.
I was just going to say, like Halim and then nap.
Yes.
I love that. I love a good meal where I'm knocked out. Like, I know that mission is accomplished. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
All right, this is going to be such a good month to start the year. And by the way, if you want more recommendations and happenings around the city of Houston, Brooke, tell us, where can people go?
You can subscribe to Hey Houston. It is a daily newsletter where you will find events and other fun recommendations and also history, things to do around Houston. It's packed with a lot of good stuff. So please subscribe.
Yeah. And if you go out and follow up on any of these recommendations, if you go to the MLK Day of Service with the Y or the new walking group or one of these restaurants, let us know. How was it? We want to hear from you. So don't be strangers and please hit that subscribe button.
I love it. It's going to be a fun month. Laura, thank you so much. Brooke, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
That was executive producer Laura Isensee and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. We're so excited for 2025 here at CityCast Houston, and we have some really good conversations planned for the year about local politics, healthy habits, and the best food to eat in Houston. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and please share this episode with 3 of your friends so y'all can take full advantage of the month. Thanks. That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
Go look at the land and pick your own plot. Sorry, this is going to be a blooper.